Hey everyone, it's First Kings FX once again, and New Zealand USD is the analysis that we are going to work on today. Today is 7th of October 2025, and here we are. We are coming towards the news which are going to happen when it is early morning at 4 AM Ugandan time. Yes, we are going to be having the cash rate, which is going to happen at 4 AM Ugandan time. If you can check it on the Forex Factory calendar, depending on the time zone in your country. Yes, now when we got the weekly time frame, let me take you through what I'm trying to see at the moment. When we got the weekly time frame, let me reduce a little bit. When we got the weekly time frame, this is what we see at the moment. We see that on a weekly time frame, markets are trying to respect what? Markets are trying to respect this trend line. Every time they come around this trend line, they are done what? They are rejected to the sell side. They are rejected to the sell side. Even when you see it here, they have been rejected to the sell side. To the sell side around here. So now after understanding that the markets are bearish, as I can speak, because if you also see it from the monthly perspective, markets have been bearish for some long time. So when we go back to the weekly time frame, I just want you guys to understand this. So when we got the weekly time frame, we see that this move which happened around this zone, it was a buy. It was because of this liquidity sweep which took place, and when we try to reduce it, you see that we have a triple bottom line. Let me show you. We have a triple bottom around this zone. We have a triple bottom, and just because of this is a strong support zone, and that's why you see that markets, every time they reach around that zone, they are rejected to the above. But also when we go in detail, see that we have this break of structure around this zone, and we also have this momentum to the sell side. Then markets came and they came directly to our fair value gap, which is in this trade, in this sell momentum trade that took place around this place. And because of this fair value gap, the markets were displaced to the sell side again. So what do we understand from this? We understand that the markets are bearish at the moment, and this fair value gap, it is the one which is holding sales at the moment. So as we come to those news that I showed you on New Zealand, which is going to be, it is in the night but still morning hours of Ugandan time. So when we come directly to our weekly time frame, if you can check it from here, you can see that the markets didn't, for the past, if we put these lines there, markets haven't broken to either side. Last week they didn't break either to show us that they want to change and be bullish, because if it became bullish, then this would be our order block, this would be our order block, and markets would of course come inside here, outside, and close from outside. Maybe they could do something of a sort. They could close from around here, then they could retest. After retesting, we could see a buy. But the reason that we didn't see this happen, we are still again playing from the middle of this candle that we are seeing around this zone, this black candle which is very long. We could also expect the markets might close from around this place and then they continue down. So right now we are not really on a weekly time frame. That's the data that we really have at the moment. But also when you check down, I want you to see something. Like when you check above on a weekly time frame, you see that we have this liquidity which is being trend line liquidity. I'm very sure that every trader starts by trading using the trend lines as they begin, but over time they start, the trend lines refuse to give them setups, which I know. But then, like, if you really understand it from this perspective, we have this trend line here, and this trend line, it forms something like a bearish flag at this zone, where I have put this this order block. As you can really see it from this perspective, we have the market stop around this zone, we have the market stop around this zone forming something like a head, and then we also have something of a sort forming something like a shoulder. But what if we always have to go with this kind of a what if what if the markets are trying to form a manipulation showing us that it's a head and shoulder and when it's not? So we also have to take into consideration of this place around here. We also have to take in consideration this place, this zone around here. So from the weekly time frame, let's go to the daily time frame and we try to observe it from that perspective. So from the daily time frame, as you can really see, when markets split or run like this to the buy side, then we expect that at some point they're going to come back into this order block around this zone, which forced this momentum to happen for them to do what? To go back above. So right now, what I'm expecting, me personally, since the markets are playing from around this zone, and also we see the break of structure, we also see another new break of structure, which is here, actually the recent one, this daily break of structure, which is here. So right now I'm thinking of sales. Why? Because markets are in a downtrend and they are trying to form breakout structures. So why okay, this is a higher time frame. On a shorter time frame, shorter trades, you would find what? You would maybe find sales, because it is trying to show us that it is wanting to do what? To sell. But remember, on a weekly time frame, we saw the bigger picture that the markets are still in the middle and they are trying to respect this zone. Also, when we go on a daily time frame, we can see that we have this smaller order block around this zone, and markets respected it very well. Okay, we have that order block and markets are respecting it very well, despite the fact we having this fair value gap which is around this zone, which we could expect that the markets maybe would come and tap into it and maybe continue sloping. But the fact that on a weaker time frame, we saw that the markets haven't broken the higher highs of the weaker time of the previous last week but one candle. They haven't broken the highs of that weekly candlestick that was formed last week but one. So that's why I'm saying that at the moment we are going to continue bearish. If the markets were, because right now we are having a daily break of structure, and if markets were to buy, they should have broken above this at the moment. So that's why I'm feeling so secure of me preparing to take sales than to take what? To take buys. So what I'm expecting, I'm going to expect something of a sort for the markets to come and tap in this order block around here on a daily time frame. At the moment, that's what I can really give you, because when we go to a 4-hour time frame, it is the same thing. The order block that pushed the markets to go below was that one, derived from the daily time frame. And also we have this trend line liquidity around this zone. If you can see, we have our markets on a 4-hour time frame, they have tapped into that zone the first time, that's the second time here, and this is the third time they are breaking below. So I don't expect the markets like they are going to do what? They are going to go above. At the moment, if this candle closes and forms this fair value gap, maybe I could expect the markets to do what? And you see it is still respecting this fair value gap, which is around this zone. So I would expect maybe by morning time, markets should, when it comes to news which are going to happen at 4 AM Ugandan time in the morning, I'm expecting such kind of a setup. Let me show it to you. I'm expecting such kind of a setup, targeting these lows. Okay, so right now this is what I'm going to be expecting. Markets are going to come to these lows. So guys, this is my analysis from the weekly, daily and 4-hour time frame. It is very easy for you now to go to the 1-hour time frame. It is very easy to go to the 1-hour time frame and you do what? And you check it very well, and you really see that we are going to do what? To have sales during the cash rate time of New Zealand. Otherwise guys, I wish you all the best and I hope you get something from this. Today is 7th once again of October 2025, and we are expecting a sell when it comes to 4 AM Ugandan time, New Zealand news, which are going to happen on cash rate. Otherwise guys, I wish you all the best. Have a great time, traders.